The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication. Yeah, I know these people be trying to control you.
That can happen to me. That can happen to one of my sons. That can happen to my daughter. That can happen to my nephews, nieces, my father.
For some, Hollywood is the land of endless opportunities, but for others, it's a completely different thing. But the connection between both definitions is that most celebrities get to experience both ends of the stick, and in today's expose, it's Dave Chappelle that's exposing Hollywood. Except this time, Dave isn't just talking about the sinister things that go on behind closed doors in the industry. Oh no, he's also sending out a warning to Ice Cube. Things are starting to get intense. And it seems these two are the only ones seeing it, but what does that mean for other people in the industry? Stay with me, let's find out.
The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit.
A lot of people called him crazy, but the word on the street is that it was all just propaganda. See, one thing that makes Dave Chappelle's voice something to recon with is that it comes from his wealth of experience. So if the man says there's something weird going on in Hollywood, he probably knows what he's talking about. Let's take a step back, shall we? The actor and comedian spoke with James Lipton for Inside the Actors Studio a while back, and boy did he have a mouthful. During the interview, Chappelle shared insights on the dismissive and sick culture within Hollywood, which allowed many celebrities to be dismissed as being crazy. He spoke about how destructive Hollywood culture can be and used a 1996 incident where Bad Boys star Martin Lawrence's 1996 ran into the streets of Los Angeles with a loaded gun as an example. In his words, "So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun screaming, 'They are trying to kill me'?" Chappelle said Lawrence made me feel inspired any time that he was successful, but there was a dark side to his success. He explained that Lawrence had a stroke and almost died while the pair were promoting their movie Blue Streak. After that, Chappelle said Lawrence told him, "I got the best sleep I ever got in my life," as a result of being hospitalized. What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why is Mariah Carey making a $100M deal and then taking her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. Dave went on to question everything he's experienced in Hollywood throughout his career, and also touched on why people thought he was crazy in the first place. You see, back in 2005, Dave Chappelle stunned fans and the entertainment industry when he abruptly left the production of the insanely popular Chappelle Show and took a trip to South Africa. He said that he was unhappy with the direction the show had taken and expressed his need for time to reflect on the tremendous stress of being in the limelight. Chappelle's decision to quit the show meant walking away from his $50M contract with Comedy Central. Tabloids at the time speculated that Chappelle's exit was driven by drug addiction or mental health problems.
Can't believe someone did that to me.
However, a while after, Dave was back in the spotlight and revealed what actually led to his exit from the show, and boy did it shock everyone.
People think I made a lot of money for Chappelle's show. When I left that show, I never got paid.
According to Dave, Hollywood is simply a monster whose goal is to repeatedly take till there's nothing left, and that was what led to him exiting. It was reportedly so bad that the actor and comedian couldn't even get a single dime from the producers. And it seems this particular monster that Dave has been trying to expose is who he's now warning Ice Cube about. Because although Dave managed to scale through his series of exposés about Hollywood, he still suffered from revealing some of their secrets. And from the looks of things, it seems Ice Cube might also be threading that path. And who better to warn him than an over 3-decade industry veteran? Yeah, that's what I thought too. For those who may not know, Ice Cube is currently on a mission to expose Hollywood. 3 days ago, Ice Cube revealed that he is not part of the elite Hollywood club that so many others apparently are. Didn't stop there, he also aired some grievances about the challenges he says he faces because of it.
You may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
The rapper posted an ominous video Sunday where he's talking directly to the camera. and the dude goes on this long rant about being on the outs with the elites and gatekeepers in showbiz and sports. At least that's what it sounds like he's referring to. Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club, said Ice Cube in his video statement, Deadline reports. And a lot of you listening to me right here and right now, you are not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of expletive club. That pisses them off. Ice Cube continued. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. Ice says flatly, he's not part of that crowd, nor does he want to be, and goes on to say that that fact actually makes folk on the inside angry, because he's resisting a mainstream thing for someone in his position. It also seems Cube might be talking politics here too, because he references his contract with Black America, something he put forth ahead of the 2020 presidential race, in which he said he felt Donald Trump actually appeared to take more seriously than Joe Biden. And while all of this may seem pretty new coming from Ice Cube, this isn't actually the first time he's talked about foul play in the industry. Hollywood has been complacent in our treatment in this country, Ice Cube said, in conversation with Jones, Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, Adrienne Banfield Jones, and musician Tyler Cole. I think kids learn how to treat us when they're watching shows. You learn, okay, when I become a cop, this is how I do them. And they should look to do things to help us reverse that. But the thing is, just like Ice Cube seems to be getting on the bad side of these elites, there are a couple of big names in the industry that have had first-hand experience with them. Kanye West has been speaking out more and more about the true nature of unexplained events in the music industry. As he previously stated, they often change the drugs and then lie about it. In one of his podcasts, Kanye West revealed his misdiagnosis and the medication he was about to take. He claimed that the exact amount of lithium mixed in was too shameful to be revealed. He specifically said that if he had taken the drug, he would no longer be alive. The rapper has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind, and he's paying the price for it. He's claimed that companies like Gap and Adidas have turned against him because of his outspokenness about industry abuses. He even called out Forbes, saying they've turned against him and caused his fortune to plummet to $400 million. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. But Kanye isn't the only name on that list. Mariah Carey also had an incident of her own. A couple of years ago, stopped the internet in its tracks. While the singer has been known throughout her career for her titillating displays, she took it one step further, stripping completely naked as she documented herself indulging in a bubble bath. The 46-year-old singer flashed her famously ample bust to her 4.1 million followers as she posed amidst the soapy bubbles in 2 saucy snaps for her Instagram page. The star threatened to showcase all her assets as she lay in the tub, with her modesty only covered by the bubbles. But the messed up part is that all of this happened around the time she signed a multi-million-dollar deal. That's right, Virgin Records signed Mariah Carey to one of the biggest contracts in record industry history. A 5-album deal that guaranteed her an estimated $100 million. At the time the contract was signed, Mariah was on top of the world. Other than the Beatles, no other artist had put out more #1 Billboard Hot 100 singles. It was the kind of contract only a diva could negotiate. She was paid $21 million right out of the gate with no strings attached at all. She didn't even have to put out an album to keep that paycheck. Doesn't really seem like something you'd expect from a new millionaire, yeah? That's what I thought too. Well, you'd be surprised about just how common things like that are in Hollywood, because Martin Lawrence is another celebrity who seemingly had a nervous breakdown on the streets of Sherman Oaks. According to reports, comedian Martin Lawrence ran into traffic on busy Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Oaks with a pistol in his pocket. A couple of years ago, cursing and screaming at oncoming cars until he was taken away by police and hospitalized, authorities and witnesses said. Doesn't seem ideal, does it? That's exactly what Dave Chappelle has been trying to warn the world and Ice Cube about. Well, it seems some fans might already be seeing what Dave has been trying to say all this time. One Twitter user wrote, "Anyone else starting to get why people like Dave Chappelle left Hollywood? It's play ball or don't play at all with guys like this. These people decide what we have the privilege to watch. That's one more person that believes him. Tell me, what does he really have to do to make you believe him too?" That's it for this video. Goodbye.